Hey everybody, Crow back again with another Pinball FX3 table. This is the third of the 3 tables in the Williams first table pack, I guess, if that's what you call it. The stupid way, I guess, if you want to call it. This is the Getaway, one of my favorite pinball machines of all time. And what we're going to see is some comparisons, I believe, and then some gameplay footage and whatever else. I don't know. I have yet to edit this video. I will edit it and do some voice overlay, and you'll see some comparisons, different game modes, enhanced, standard, and even against what it looked like in Pinball Arcade. All right, this is the Getaway High Speed 2. Manufactured by Williams in February 1992 and designed by Steve Ritchie, who is probably my favorite pinball designers. The production of this game ran over 13,000 units. The theme of this table is high-speed driving and outrunning the cops, and this is easily one of my favorite tables. It's like in the top 3 for me. And as the name implies, this is the sequel to 1986's High Speed. The 2 tables have a very similar layout, however the Getaway has some upgraded features and a Supercharger added, which I'll go into later. Now what you're looking at here is gameplay of the single classic player mode with the arcade setting on. And like usual, the reason I'm showing this is because the full game later in the video will be from the regular single player mode, which uses the original Zen Pinball physics. And I will also mention briefly that the Williams Table Pack Volume 1 was given to me from Zen Studios, and this table is included with Junkyard and Medieval Madness for $9.99. For some reason, I never mentioned the price in the other videos. And although this table is available for multiple platforms, this video will focus on the Steam version because that's what I usually play. Now back to the Getaway. The game has a gear shifter instead of a plunger to launch the ball, and that in itself is a nice touch, but during the gameplay itself, you'll redline and have to shift into a higher gear, which is one of the reasons I like this machine so much, is the fact that you'll have to reach over and grab that plunger gear shifter and shift during the game. It's really cool, I think. Now I mentioned the Supercharger earlier, and when it's active and the ball is launched into it, the ball will circle around for a few laps at high speed while millions are collected before the ball is launched back into play. In real life, the machine would shake ever so slightly due to the force of the ball circling the track, but unfortunately that's an effect that's not really translatable here. Once you run the red light and enter the multi-ball mode, you're treated to sirens going off and some police chatter while they try to catch and apprehend you. It's absolutely one of my favorite multi-ball modes, and in arcade, the red police light was a great effect to let everyone in the arcade know how awesome you were doing. I also can't neglect to mention the video mode, which is your standard drive fast and don't crash minigame, but I really enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite video modes in pinball. The last thing that I'll mention is that the game uses the song LaGrange by ZZ Top, and it's possibly the perfect soundtrack they could have used for the game. Now, I normally wouldn't talk about the censorship Zen Studios has been implementing into the Williams tables, but the only reason I'll bring it up here is because out of the 4 Williams tables currently in the Pinball FX3, this table has no censorship at all as far as I could tell. I guess according to the ESRB, it's worse to expose kids to someone smoking a cigar than it is to get involved with the high-speed chase with the cops. Well, perhaps I shouldn't say anything. I don't want to give them any ideas. Anyway, let's look at some side-by-side comparisons. Alright, time for some on-the-fly side-by-side commentary, and what we're looking at now is the original Zen physics on the left compared with the classic single-player mode arcade setting on the right. Again, the arcade, the new physics that you would see on the right are a little bit more difficult to handle as opposed to the Zen physics on the left. What I consider is the Zen physics to be like the easy mode, while the arcade setting and the tournament settings are more like realistic pinball. It would really be harder, but it is fun to go back and play Zen physics. You know, you get the special features and everything. I do like that, but again, for a more realistic experience, go with the single classic player mode. And again, here we're looking at the tournament settings. We have been looking at it for a while, but the tournament settings a little bit harder because the incline is steeper. I don't know if there's some adjustments made to the rubber, but again, the rules might be a little bit different. Like there's no ability to earn extra balls and stuff like that as far as what I've noticed. And now we're looking at the arcade setting versus the tournament settings, both using the same new physics, but just the different, slight adjustments made to the machine. And yes, the tournament is a bit harder. Once you get used to the arcade setting, it's a little bit difficult to get used to these new settings at first, but I was playing it for a while today. And yes, you do get kind of used to it. And yes, the tournament setting is harder, even though initially it seemed easier to me. But now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the regular mode compared to the enhanced mode. And the very first thing you'll notice is the police officer, the police officer that's standing in the lower corner. He uses a radar gun on the gun as it goes by. There's a mountain with some snow going on in the background. Part of the track, and I think that the mountain part was originally a prototype or a production thing that they kind of canceled out. There's also a cop car up in the upper corner, not to mention the fact that the balls will shoot out flames if they're going fast enough, and like in multi-ball and stuff. But here we are now comparing Pinball FX3 to Pinball Arcade. They look more similar than the other ones I've looked at already. Again, we don't get a perfect one-to-one because I can't really find a table view that kind of matches the table view I use in Pinball FX3 and the Pinball Arcade. But yeah, the physics are completely different. They feel completely different. In Pinball Arcade, you got the ball that kind of floats around, kind of like surreal-like sometimes. And it's not something I really noticed until I started playing the game in Pinball FX3. Of course, it didn't feel realistic, but again, Pinball FX3 now feels more realistic. But enough of that. What we're going to see now is the best game I had during the stream. Again, I usually played in the Zen Pinball mode because it was easier, so that's what you're going to see with the enhanced mode on. Alright, we're playing again with the effects on, and this should be the last time. The last game, maybe, of the stream. Unless it's terrible. But it shouldn't be terrible. Burn rubber. 5 million, probably. No, light lock? Really? Almost. Not a good enough shot. Oh, man. The waste of a kickback. There we go. There we go, locked ball.
Nice wheels.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that came down that way. There we go. 10 million. Whew, I kind of flubbed that shot a lot. There we go. Come on. Let's lock that ball too. Not like that. That's a locked ball. Yeah, Lord of the Rings would be a good table to see. In some form. Yeah. Up there, yes, here we go. Video mode. Oh, the extra ball was over there. With no extra ball. There we go. Multi-ball. Nice shot right off the bat there. Shoot, lost one. Oh, got the jackpot. Okay. I didn't realize that kickback had relit. Look out! Well, we weren't getting that ball back.
Supercharger ready.
Well, let's get it. There we go. Wow, that was terrible. Come on, Supercharger. Supercharger. That's the way to do it too. Not going anywhere and not getting any more bonus. Ooh, that was terrible. Oh yeah, the Interface Pinball Arcade. They made it for touchscreens on all platforms, whether or not you could use it or not. It's very difficult to navigate with a controller. What we got? Bonus help. Jeez. Well, even if it's not lit, it's good to hit that just to kind of reset the ball. Oh, crap. That wasn't on. This might not be that great of a game. Let's see if we can at least get the red Line Mania. There we go, red Line Mania. Oh yeah, this is a very good beginning for Williams Pinball and Zen Studios. Not too many people are disappointed with it. I don't know if there's another ball hanging around somewhere. I love that noise. That's a great noise. Oh well, we got an extra ball. Wow. Wow. Woo! That was terrible. Oh, man. Okay. Well, this wasn't that great of a game, but perhaps it's great that it wasn't as long as the last one. I did... oh, wait. No, I got an extra ball here. I thought that was it. Oh, no, kickback. I'm an ace driver, even though this isn't my best game. Not by a long shot. But for as long as I've been playing this, which is like, when did I start? Like over 5 hours ago? This is definitely a good way to end it. So yeah, I wound up streaming for over 5.5 hours. I was actually planning on cutting up the new Williams tables in 2 different streams, and that way I wouldn't have to stream for so long. But I just really got into it. I had the time available. I just kept going. I was kind of getting really worn down here at the end. But I made it through, and that's it. This is the final table for now. And this video will probably go up a few weeks after I've actually edited it, so if there's newer information, I may not know about it till later. But yeah, we'll just say that this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end and you did like this video, make sure you do like the video and maybe even leave a comment. And if you did like the video and have not subscribed yet, I do recommend subscribing because I do have videos like this from Pinball FX3, Pinball Arcade, Zachariah Pinball, and more. And there will be more videos like this to come. So thanks for watching. See you next time.